Listen to me carefully. Look at me. I am not speaking to your ears alone. I am speaking to your spirit. I am not talking to your mind only. I am talking to your destiny. Many people pray every day, fast every week, give offerings, sow seeds, cry in the night, yet their homes remain under pressure. Their peace remains fragile. Their progress remains delayed. They wonder, why is my life stagnant? Why is my home full of conflict? Why does my blessing delay? They look outside, but the answer is often inside. They look far away, but the problem is often very close. Sometimes, what blocks your future is not in the village, not in the office, not in the workplace, not in the spiritual realm alone. It is inside your own house. Your home is not just a building of cement and bricks. Your home is a spiritual ground. Your home is an altar. Your home is a gate. What you allow in your home determines what you allow in your life. What you keep in your home determines what stays in your destiny. Many people think danger always comes loudly. No. Sometimes danger enters quietly, politely, beautifully, attractively. Sometimes it looks harmless. Sometimes it looks ordinary. Sometimes it looks modern. Sometimes it looks sentimental. But spiritually, it is poisonous. I want you to understand this truth. Not everything you own is a blessing. Not everything you keep is harmless. Not everything you admire is safe. There are things that carry spiritual weight. There are objects that carry emotional baggage. There are items that carry negative history. There are things that silently speak against your peace. And because you see them every day, you have become blind to their effect. Tell your neighbor, open your eyes. Tell your neighbor again, check your house. Many people pray for change, but refuse to remove what blocks change. Many people ask God for light, but keep darkness in their environment. Many people want a new season, but hold tightly to old things that belong to the old season. Spiritually speaking, you cannot move forward while hugging what is pulling you backward. You cannot rise while carrying what is dragging you down. You cannot build a future while preserving the relics of destruction. I am speaking as someone who understands the spiritual law of environment. Your environment influences your mind. Your mind influences your decisions. Your decisions influence your destiny. So when your environment is polluted, your destiny suffers. When your environment is aligned, your destiny accelerates. There are three kinds of things that people keep in their homes that silently attack their peace, their progress, their unity, and their spiritual sensitivity. I am not talking about superstition. I am talking about spiritual wisdom. I am not talking about fear. I am talking about awareness. Look at your house again, not with physical eyes, but with spiritual eyes. Look beyond decoration. Look beyond beauty. Look beyond sentiment. Look beyond habit. Some of you are saying, but these things are normal. Yes, they are normal physically, but spiritually they are abnormal. Some of you are saying, but everyone has them. Yes, everyone may have them, but not everyone is moving forward. Some of you are saying, but I have had them for years. Yes, and for years you have also struggled with the same battles. Listen to me. Sometimes the reason your prayers seem unanswered is not because God is silent, but because your environment is noisy. Sometimes the reason your peace is unstable is not because your faith is weak, but because your house is spiritually disorganized. Sometimes the reason your home is full of tension is not because people are bad, but because objects are wrong. I want to speak to your conscience. I want to speak to your courage. Because what I am about to say requires boldness. It requires honesty. It requires decision. It requires action. You can shout amen in church, but if you go home and do nothing, nothing will change. Let me tell you something. God does not only bless people, God blesses environments. When an environment is aligned with light, light flows freely. When an environment tolerates darkness, darkness feels comfortable. Some of you are wondering why your house feels heavy. You enter your home, and instead of peace, you feel pressure. Instead of joy, you feel irritation. Instead of rest, you feel restlessness. Instead of unity, you feel misunderstanding. You think it is stress, but sometimes it is not stress. Sometimes it is spiritual atmosphere created by what you have allowed to stay. Your home should be a place of refuge, not a battlefield. Your home should be a place of clarity, not confusion. Your home should be a place of growth, not stagnation. Your home should be a place of light, not shadows. Now listen carefully. I am not here to entertain you. I am here to awaken you. There are items that carry negative memories. Every time you see them, they remind you of pain, betrayal, failure, disappointment, loss. You think they are harmless because they are just objects, but emotionally and spiritually they reopen wounds. They keep your mind in the past. They keep your heart in bitterness. They keep your spirit in heaviness. How can your home be a place of healing when it is full of reminders of wounds? Some of you keep gifts from relationships that destroyed you. You keep pictures that remind you of toxic seasons. You keep letters that revive anger. You keep objects that represent heartbreak. You keep items that belong to people who brought chaos into your life. Every day, subconsciously, these things speak to your emotions. They whisper to your mind. They pollute your peace. You say you have forgiven, but your house has not forgiven. You say you have moved on, but your environment has not moved on. You say you are free, but your house is still holding chains. Listen to me. Healing is not only in prayer, healing is also in removal. Sometimes God answers your prayer not by adding something, but by asking you to remove something. Sometimes your breakthrough is not in what you receive, but in what you release. Look at your house. Ask yourself, why am I keeping this? Is it because it is useful, or because I am emotionally attached to pain? Is it because it adds value, or because I am afraid to let go? Is it because it brings peace, or because it brings memories that disturb my heart? You cannot build a peaceful future in a house full of emotional ghosts. You cannot expect harmony in a place full of silent reminders of conflict. You cannot expect joy where sorrow is preserved as decoration. Some of you say, but this is history. Yes, but not all history should be displayed. Some history should be buried. Some history should be closed. Some history should be forgotten. Your home is not a museum of pain. Your home is a ground for purpose. When you remove items that carry negative emotional weight, you are not being childish. You are being wise. You are telling your spirit, I choose peace over memory. I choose future over past. I choose healing over attachment. Now listen again. There are items that glorify darkness, violence, immorality, or destructive energy. You may call it art. You may call it fashion. You may call it entertainment. But spiritually it speaks. Every image speaks. Every symbol speaks. Every object carries a message. Some of you decorate your houses with images that celebrate chaos, fear, aggression, lust, and confusion. You watch content that fills your environment with negativity. You hang pictures that glorify darkness. You keep objects that represent destructive ideologies. You think they are just decorations, but spiritually they shape atmosphere. Your house becomes what you feed it with. If you feed it with light, it produces light. If you feed it with darkness, it produces heaviness. If you feed it with purity, it produces clarity. If you feed it with corruption, it produces confusion. Do not underestimate the power of symbols. Do not underestimate the influence of what your eyes see daily. Do not underestimate the impact of what your children see on the walls, on screens, on shelves. Some of you wonder why your children are restless aggressive, confused, addicted to screens. Look at the environment you created. Look at what you normalized. Look at what you allowed to dominate your space. Your house is teaching your family even when you are silent. Your walls are preaching even when you are sleeping. Your screens are disciplining even when you are tired. If you want a different outcome, you must create a different environment. Now listen to this truth. Not everything that is popular is healthy. Not everything that is trending is safe. Not everything that is modern is wise. Wisdom is not in copying the world. Wisdom is in choosing what protects your peace. Some of you think removing such items makes you old-fashioned. No, it makes you spiritually intelligent. Some of you think it makes you extreme. No, it makes you intentional. Some of you think it makes you different. Yes, it makes you different, and difference is the price of progress. Your home depends on what you tolerate. Finally, listen carefully. There are items that represent stagnation and disorder. Broken things you refuse to fix. Clutter you refuse to clear. Junk you refuse to discard. Objects that no longer serve purpose but occupy space. Spiritually, disorder creates confusion. Clutter creates heaviness. Stagnation creates delay. Some of you are praying for expansion, but your house is full of useless things. Some of you are praying for clarity, but your environment is chaotic. Some of you are praying for new opportunities, but your space is crowded with old junk. Spiritually speaking, when you refuse to let go of what is useless, you block what is useful from entering. When you hold on to what is expired, you delay what is fresh. When you cling to what is broken, you hinder what is whole. Your physical environment reflects your inner state. When your house is full of disorder, your mind becomes disordered. When your house is full of clutter, your thoughts become cluttered. When your house is stagnant, your motivation becomes stagnant. Some of you say, I am tired. Yes, but look at your environment. Disorder drains energy. Clutter steals focus. Chaos steals peace. Sometimes the reason you feel stuck is not because your destiny is blocked, but because your environment is congested. Listen to me. Removing things is not just physical cleaning, it is spiritual declaration. When you throw away what is useless, you are telling your destiny, I am ready for something new. When you clear your space, you are telling your spirit, I am ready for clarity. When you organize your environment, you are telling your future, I am prepared for order. Do not spiritualize laziness. Do not spiritualize disorder. Do not spiritualize attachment to junk. Discipline is spiritual. Order is spiritual. Cleanliness is spiritual. Readiness is spiritual. Some of you think miracles fall on careless people. No. Miracles flow easily in prepared environments. Now hear this final truth deeply. Your home is not neutral ground. It is either attracting light or accommodating darkness. It is either supporting your destiny or sabotaging it. It is either strengthening your peace or weakening it. Do not wait for thunder from heaven to act. Do not wait for crisis to open your eyes. Do not wait for loss to teach you wisdom. Today, when you go home, do not go home with the same mindset. Walk into your house as a spiritual inspector. Look at your environment with courage, not sentiment. Look at your possessions with wisdom, not fear. Ask yourself, does this bring peace or pressure? Does this bring clarity or confusion? Does this bring life or heaviness? Does this belong to my future or my past? If it belongs to your past and carries pain, let it go. If it glorifies darkness, remove it. If it represents stagnation and disorder, clear it. Because what you allow to stay in your home will decide what stays in your life. Some of you are waiting for God to change your story, but God is waiting for you to change your environment. Some of you are asking for divine visitation, but your house is full of spiritual distraction. Some of you are praying for open doors, but your rooms are full of closed energy. Listen to me as I speak to you, not as a crowd, but as individuals. You cannot expect peace while keeping instruments of disturbance. You cannot expect joy while keeping symbols of sorrow. You cannot expect progress while keeping tools of stagnation. The spiritual world responds to decisions, not intentions. It responds to action, not emotion. It responds to courage, not excuses. Do not say, I will do it tomorrow. Tomorrow is the language of delay. Do not say, it is not important. What you call small may be what is blocking something big. Do not say, it does not matter. In the spiritual realm, everything matters. Sometimes, the difference between a blessed home and a troubled home is not prayer alone. It is what was removed. When you remove what does not belong to your destiny, you create space for what does. When you remove what pollutes your peace, you invite what protects it. When you remove what anchors you to pain, you free yourself to rise. Your home is speaking. Your walls are speaking. Your objects are speaking. The question is, what are they saying about your future? Do not be afraid to let go. Do not be afraid to change. Do not be afraid to be radical with your environment, because what you remove today will decide what you receive tomorrow. Listen to me carefully. I want you to hear this with your spirit, not just your ears. There is a truth so powerful that it can change the course of your life if you truly grasp it. What you remove today determines what you receive tomorrow. Do not rush past these words. Do not treat them lightly. This is not a phrase for entertainment. This is a spiritual law. This is not a law of the world. This is a law of the kingdom. Everything in your life is connected to what you allow, what you tolerate, what you cling to, and what you decide to let go. The home, your environment, your mind, your heart, your relationships, even your thoughts, they all operate under this principle. What you remove today determines what you receive tomorrow. I want you to reflect on this. Some of you have been holding on to things for years. Some of you have been keeping habits, objects, memories, or relationships because you are comfortable with them, or because you are afraid to let go. Some of you say, but this is part of me. This is part of my life. I cannot remove it. I am here to tell you that if you continue to hold on to what is blocking you, you will not move forward. Your future is waiting, but you are clinging to what belongs to the past. Your blessings are ready, but your attachment to what does not serve you is slowing them down. Your breakthrough is knocking, but the weight you carry is delaying its entrance. Look around you. Think about the things in your home, in your life, in your mind, in your heart. Are there objects that remind you of pain, of failure, of disappointment? Are there items that glorify confusion, darkness, or distraction? Are there habits that steal your focus, relationships that drain your energy, thoughts that fill you with fear or doubt? All these things may seem harmless at first glance. You may even call them normal, acceptable, or necessary. But spiritually, they are not neutral. Every attachment, every tolerance, every silent acceptance carries weight. Every item, every thought, every habit either propels you forward or holds you back. Some of you are asking, how can an object, a habit, a thought, a memory influence my future? Listen carefully. Spiritual law works in mysterious ways, but it is consistent. Your environment, the things you allow around you, shape your mind. Your mind shapes your decisions. Your decisions shape your destiny. If your environment is cluttered, your mind is cluttered. If your environment is heavy with negativity, your spirit is weighed down. If your environment tolerates stagnation, your progress is delayed. What you remove today determines what you receive tomorrow. I want you to understand this principle clearly. Removal is not destruction. Removal is not loss. Removal is not weakness. Removal is strength. Removal is courage. Removal is wisdom. Removal is preparation. Removal is creating space for what is better. If you continue to carry what is useless, you prevent the new from entering. If you continue to tolerate what is harmful, you delay the arrival of what is good. If you continue to hold on to the past, you are unable to embrace the future. Think about your home. Your home is not just a physical space. Your home is a spiritual environment. Your home is where energy circulates. Your home is where your spirit rests or becomes restless. Your home is where your family learns lessons, not just from your words, but from your choices. Every item you keep communicates something. Every decoration, every object, every screen, every picture has a message. Some of them encourage peace, love, and clarity. Some of them encourage tension, fear, and confusion. What you remove today in your home will directly influence what your family experiences tomorrow. Now think about your mind. Thoughts are powerful. Every thought you nurture carries energy. Every thought you allow to dominate your mind shapes your decisions. Some thoughts are like anchors. They keep you stuck in fear, in worry, in doubt, in pain. Some thoughts are like seeds. They can grow into hope, courage, clarity, and breakthrough. What you remove today from your mind determines what your mind receives tomorrow. If you continue to feed fear, confusion, and resentment, you will not be able to receive wisdom, peace, and understanding. Look at your relationships. Some relationships are meant to nurture, to encourage, to guide, to strengthen. Some relationships are meant to drain, to distract, to manipulate, to weaken. Some people in your life carry heavy energy. Some people in your life speak words that weigh you down. Some people in your life constantly remind you of failure, jealousy, bitterness, or fear. What you remove today from your life, relationships that are toxic, conversations that are negative, patterns that are destructive, determines what your life will receive tomorrow. Removal is not hate. Removal is not rejection. Removal is clarity. Removal is wisdom. Removal is courage. Let us think about habits. Habits are the invisible architects of destiny. Some habits build your future. Some habits destroy your future. Some habits are so small that you ignore them, but they accumulate power. Some habits are so comfortable that you tolerate them, even when you know they are harmful. Some habits are addictive in subtle ways: anger, gossip, laziness, overthinking, complaining, fear, envy. What you remove today from your habits determines what your future self can achieve tomorrow. Every positive habit you cultivate today is only effective if you remove the negative habits that sabotage it. Now, think about memories and emotional baggage. Some memories teach lessons. Some memories create pain. Some memories are neutral. Some memories are traps. Every day, some of you carry around emotional weight from years, decades, sometimes even generations. You carry resentment, regret, bitterness, shame, guilt. You replay mistakes over and over in your mind. You relive moments of disappointment, betrayal, and sorrow. Every memory you refuse to release occupies space in your heart, in your mind, in your spirit. Every memory you remove today opens a door for joy, freedom, and breakthrough tomorrow. Listen to me carefully. What you remove today determines what you receive tomorrow. This is not just about material things. This is about energy. This is about focus. This is about alignment with your purpose. This is about creating conditions for blessing. This is about making space for growth. Every time you remove clutter from your home, clarity enters. Every time you remove negativity from your mind, peace enters. Every time you remove toxic relationships, freedom enters. Every time you release emotional pain, light enters. Every time you let go of what no longer serves you, new opportunity arrives. Some of you are waiting for miracles, but you are holding on to things that block miracles. Some of you are praying for breakthrough, but you are tolerating what delays it. Some of you are asking for peace, but your environment, your mind, your relationships, your habits, and your memories are full of things that disturb it. The secret is not in accumulation. The secret is in removal. You cannot receive new life while holding on to dead weight. You cannot embrace a bright future while dragging old chains behind you. You cannot receive abundance while tolerating clutter and poison in your spiritual and physical environment. I want to speak about courage. Courage is required to remove what no longer serves you. Courage is required to say goodbye to things, to habits, to people, to memories that have been comfortable but harmful. Courage is required to make space for what you cannot yet see but must trust exists. Some of you are afraid to remove because you fear loss. Some of you are afraid to remove because you fear judgment. Some of you are afraid to remove because you fear change. Let me tell you, the fear of removal is the enemy of your destiny. Courageous removal today invites divine provision tomorrow. Think about the practical steps. Removal can start with small things, clearing clutter, cleaning corners, organizing spaces. It can move to bigger things, confronting bad habits, letting go of toxic relationships, releasing grudges. It can extend to spiritual things, rejecting negative thoughts, renouncing destructive desires, changing your environment. Every action of removal is a declaration: I am ready for the next level. I am ready for blessing. I am ready for peace. I am ready for breakthrough. Let us reflect on spiritual obedience. In life, God often does not give new blessings until old weights are released. In life, spiritual law requires preparation before provision. In life, the door to tomorrow opens only after the door to yesterday is closed. You may have prayed for years. You may have fasted and wept for years. You may have given, sown, and sacrificed for years. But if what is blocking your environment, your mind, your heart, your home remains, your blessings cannot flow freely. What you remove today determines what you receive tomorrow. Think about children, family, and legacy. The things you tolerate today influence not only your life, but also the lives of those around you. Children absorb what is present in the home. They learn patterns, behaviors, and energies without you even teaching them. Your choices of removal today shape their character, their peace, their destiny tomorrow. Your courage to clear clutter, negativity, and harmful influences is not just for you. It is for every life that touches yours. Now consider your spiritual focus. Every time you remove distraction, you increase your capacity for prayer, for meditation, for clarity, for divine connection. Every time you remove darkness, you create space for light. Every time you remove heaviness, you create space for peace. Every time you remove blockage, you create space for breakthrough. Spiritual life is not just about accumulation, it is about purification, simplification, and preparation. Every removal is an act of faith, a step toward what is promised, a commitment to alignment with divine purpose. Some of you need to be honest with yourself. Some of you need to ask, what am I holding on to that is stopping me from moving forward? What relationships, habits, thoughts, objects, or memories are keeping me stagnant? What is cluttering my mind, my home, my heart, my spirit? There is power in recognition. There is power in acknowledgement. There is power in the decision to remove. Recognition without action is incomplete. Decision without courage is useless. Removal without intention is wasted effort. Every step of removal must be intentional, courageous, and persistent. When you remove today, you receive tomorrow. You cannot receive tomorrow without removal. Every delay you experience is often tied to what you refuse to let go of. Every stagnation you face is often tied to what you refuse to release. every conflict, every blockage, every limitation is often connected to your unwillingness to remove what is harmful. Every blessing you have not received yet is often waiting for you to create space for it. Think about faith. Faith requires action. Faith requires preparation. Faith requires alignment. Faith requires courage to act on what you know is right. You may believe in blessings, but belief without removal is incomplete. You may believe in miracles, but belief without clearing the path is fruitless. You may believe in peace, but belief without removing disturbance is vain. Spiritual faith and practical action must work together. Every removal you make today is an act of faith. Every clearance you do is a statement. I trust that what I release is making way for what God has prepared for me. Now reflect on the power of newness. Every time you remove what is old, broken, harmful, or unnecessary, you create a vacuum. Nature, spirit, and the universe hate vacuum. What you remove will immediately make space for something better, something fresher, something aligned with your purpose. If you remove distraction, clarity enters. If you remove toxicity, peace enters. If you remove clutter, opportunity enters. If you remove fear, courage enters. If you remove negativity, positivity enters. The principle is simple. Removal creates space for reception. What you remove today determines what you receive tomorrow. I want you to understand that this is not only about material things. This is about energy. This is about vibration. This is about spiritual alignment. You cannot receive the vibration of peace, prosperity, health, and love if your environment is vibrating in disorder, confusion, heaviness, or negativity. You cannot receive the vibration of blessing if your mind is cluttered. You cannot receive the vibration of progress if your habits are destructive. You cannot receive the vibration of joy if your relationships are toxic. It is time to take inventory of your life. Take inventory of your home, your mind, your heart, your habits, your relationships, your memories, your environment. Ask yourself honestly, what is adding to my life? What is draining my life? What is necessary for my growth? What is harmful to my destiny? Removal is not optional. Removal is essential. Every object, every thought, every habit, every memory that does not align with your purpose must be evaluated. Every removal today is a seed for tomorrow. I want you to hear me clearly. This is not about being harsh, judgmental, or extreme. This is about being intentional, wise, courageous, and faithful. What you remove today is not punishment, it is preparation. What you remove today is not rejection, it is readiness. What you remove today is not despair, it is declaration. I am ready for what God has prepared for me. I am ready for peace, clarity, blessing, and breakthrough. I am ready to step into my future. Every blessing you desire, every miracle you expect, every answer you pray for, every breakthrough you anticipate is waiting on the other side of removal. Every stagnation you experience, every delay you suffer, every struggle you endure, every blockage you face is often tied to what you have not yet released. Removal is not optional in life. It is a principle. It is a law. It is a spiritual truth. What you remove today determines what you receive tomorrow. Your future is a reflection of your present environment, your present choices, and your present courage. Your blessings are aligned with the actions you take now. Your destiny is inextricably connected to what you are willing to let go of. Some of you are afraid to act because removal feels like sacrifice, but what you call sacrifice is actually investment. Investment in your future, investment in peace, investment in prosperity, investment in clarity, investment in spiritual alignment. So today, take courage. Look at what is unnecessary, harmful, or stagnant in your life. Decide with wisdom. Decide with faith. Decide with boldness. Begin the process of removal. Organize your home, your mind, your heart, your habits, your relationships, your memories, your environment. Every action of removal is a step closer to your destiny. Every act of letting go is a preparation for what is better, bigger, brighter, and aligned with your purpose. What you remove today determines what you receive tomorrow.